Well, first of all, I want to say thank you very much for over 60,000 subscribers now. You guys are making this channel really work. It's still very early days and I'm so grateful. Thank you very much. I'm hoping you are not noticing this little Mount Vesuvius spot, just one of those that won't go. Sure you're interested. Anyway, today I'm going to the recording studio in London and I'm working on one of the tracks. We're writing completely original tracks. We're going to probably write about 20 or 30 songs. I've written some here. I'm going in the studio and we're going to co-write as well. But we're actually laying them down now so that we can have 20 or 30 songs and then pick what we think are the best. It's so nice to be working, and the thing is that I have a studio at home but I can only do demo stuff. What we can't do is produce songs that we're going to release, and we can only do that in a proper studio, which is why we're all here. We've got some great writers here. We've got Richard who's engineering and he is amazing. We've got Miggy and we've got
Johannes.
Sorry.
From Yorkshire.
Listen, one of the greatest songwriters of all time was from Yorkshire. Who was that?
Gary Barlow.
No. Gary's not from there. He's Manchester, isn't he?
Mine's from Sweden.
No. Think back to one of the greatest writers of all time. Was from Yorkshire. And his name is Rod Temperton, man. Michael Jackson's.
Okay.
He wrote Off the Wall, he wrote
that's
Rock
crazy.
With
Yeah,
You, he wrote Thriller, and he's from Yorkshire. So Johannes from Yorkshire works,
Bringing
man.
the sauce. Bringing the MJ sauce.
That's it.
Exactly. That's what I'm here to do.
So you can tell I love all that old sound. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we've come up with a plan where we're just going to write 10, 15 songs and then go, this works, this doesn't, this works, this doesn't. And for the first time in years, I'm actually going to start releasing music. I want to do it for touring purposes. It's not for chart position, even though of course we all want to hit, but it's not about that. We've got to do it for the point of consistently bringing out music and also having music for touring. So this is it, 2021, we've got to go for it now.
Yeah.
And this is just the beginning process, so there'll be bits that you guys might hear that you'll love and bits that you might hear that you're not sure about, but it's all part of the process of what we're going to create. It needs to pop, that chorus needs to come up. It feels like it needs something in it, but I don't know what that is.
No, I get you still.
What do you think of the vibe?
I can see why you guys like writing together.
Yeah, man.
And you sound like MJ, bro.
Oh,
Yeah. I said Johnny.
What a huge compliment that is, man.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm not beating around the bush, because I'm like, you sound like MJ, but I get why you like writing together, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I saw him one day, we were riding, I was like, this guy is sick.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice. The I'm better bit's so hooky.
Yeah.
It's like it's R&B, bro. It's like this is.
That's totally what that's what you
It's
want.
R&B, but it's in the middle, because my voice is not urban. My voice is I can't explain it. It will always be pop because of the way I sing it.
Yeah.
But if we can have the music really tough, then it's that right in between thing that I want. What we have to do between takes is we have to spray the headphones, we've got to wipe down the mic, and that's how we're sort of doing this. It's a new way of doing it, but it's all good. So, one of the things I forgot to mention, I'm going back in the studio again in a minute, is how this all sort of started, of what made me want to get back into the studio. And it actually started with the lovely Gary Barlow. So last year, Gary and I, he rang me, he sort of got in touch with me about doing this crooner session with him, and we did it, and it was great fun. And then he sort of, got on the phone to me and said, "What are you doing?" He said, why aren't you songwriting? And I was like, I lost a bit of confidence. I was just moving into different things. And he's like, no, get back in the studio. And so I did. Then I had the flip side where Junior's going, Dad, you can't release anything that's not cool. You know, if my friends won't listen to it, you can't release it. So I've got the double whammy of having someone who is a pop genius, and then my son who's in with the in crowd that's telling me you got to make it cool. So anyway, so I've taken both bits of advice because I'm in the studio doing the stuff that I think Junior will approve of. And I'm also working on some stuff with Gary, but that's going to be a whole different ball game. Let you know soon. Watch this space. We're just going to have a little break from the studio, go and get a coffee, which is great. And it's so good that, you know, we've got the team here. As when you come in, there's always someone different riding, and that's because we're creating a team and we're picking different riders. But we've had like Miggy and Johannes have been with us really from the start. And we had Wendy come in and she's done some great stuff, and now we've got Andreas coming in. And then we've got the engineer, that's Richard, who's amazing. We've got Hypertone, who's great. He comes in and does other days. So we're really trying to put it together. But for us, it's all about
The coffee.
it's definitely all about the coffee. Definitely. Are you supposed to wear a mask outside? I don't even know if you are.
You need to.
So this is a local cafe we come to. It's obviously just takeaway, but we come here when we get a break from the studio, and it's really nice. It's got all like lots of good food, and the thing is, you kind of get carried away and you forget. I haven't eaten since 9 o'clock last night, and it's now 4:20 in the afternoon the next day. So I've overdone the fasting thing. I'm going to go and eat something now. But yeah, it's a great cafe. It's great vibe. Johannes won't tell you, the guy that was with us, he's a Grammy nominee, and he had a massive song. Can you tell us maybe the song that he had?
Yeah, he had a song with his, funnily enough, his brother and one of his friends. They were in a group. Well, the two of them are still a duo. They're called Good Boys. The song was Medusa featuring Good Boys. Piece of Your Heart.
Hey guys, how are you?
Sorry.
It's so nice to be able to just do something like this, you know, to go to a cafe, okay, you can't sit in, but to be able to go and get a takeaway, because where we live, we haven't done this for so long. I say it's therapeutic to be able to do it, and these are like little vegan things. Oh my god, they're so nice.
Right now, it's really weird because, especially being a musician or any creative, we haven't really been able to work with our fellow artists, and a lot of the time we've just been working from home or not working at all. There's been many quiet days. So like coming back in the studio, social distance studio, but coming back in a social distance studio to work on new projects is like so exciting. It's definitely what 2021 needed to be about. And on Pete's new stuff, I don't think anyone is ready for the kind of juicy tracks that are coming, and that's what I'm most excited about. I think people might have an idea, and then when they hear it, they're going to be shocked in such a good way. So I'm really excited.
Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, it feels so much better straight away.
It's been really amazing. I've not met a nicer guy than Pete, and like his vision for the whole thing is inspiring really. Like he could be so comfortable during this project, and really he's trying to push himself, he's trying to push all of us to kind of like be really good. I didn't realise how much of a perfectionist Pete is, but you know, he really has a good vision for what he wants the project to sound like, and you know, he's really striving for that, and he's pulling that out of us. So yeah, it's been amazing working with him, and yeah, he's a real like hard worker, a real taskmaster, and obviously really talented. His voice is beautiful as well, so it's been really good, man. The whole team is just a really good vibe.
Yeah. I think this is so much more current. Yeah. It's so much more current. We have to go with this. This is how things change. We were writing a song and it was too poppy, and we were like, let's go to something very cool, as you can hear.
So, in terms of, without even going to the studio, Pete was just like, listen, bro, do what you want to do, you know what I mean? So, and just as long as it's current, I mean, the main thing he was like to me, you know, if my son can listen to it, I'm rocking with it too. And I think what's been different about this is that I can always bring something current, but it's down, you know, to the artist, like that being Peter, to really take it to the next level, so to say. So with Peter, like bringing his influences and whatnot, and me bringing my influences, we just kind of bounce off each other, and it's kind of just like a free flow working thing, and we just kind of get the best music that way.
Yeah. Okay.
And production,
And it's
that
production,
kind
you
of
go,
production.
the darkness.
So that's it. Very, very early stages of the album. Very early. But you know what? For today, it's a wrap. And we'll come back next week with fresh ears and we'll start creating more and work on the ones that we've already done. So watch this space. Just the beginning. Well, thank you very much. I hope you liked our latest little installment. Now, remember, as my mate Steve says, if you like it, press like. If you love it, press subscribe. I've actually had people ask me if it costs anything to subscribe. I said, no, it's not that kind of subscription. You just press the button. So anyone that's watching this that hasn't done it, just press the button. All it means then, you'll never miss a vid. Thank you.